Hi guys, my name is Johan.
And I'm Mike.
And as you can see, we've just finished hosting our Best of Serengeti Safari with these wonderful ladies.
And I think let's let them tell us what the experience is like.
6 of them, 2 of us, outnumbered. But let's hear from them what they have to say.
Good stuff.
This is my first Wild Eye safari experience, and what brought me to Wild Eye was friends that also go on safari. I've been on safari many times, but I was missing something. Over the time I started doing safaris, it was because I had such great interest in the animals, and so I learned that photographers like to hang around animals longer, so that's where I started getting into photography. I heard a lot of really great things about Wild Eye, followed them on Instagram, and when Best of Serengeti came up, it just seemed like the natural place to be. I had a lot of expectations, all of which were met. But one of the surprises for me was through the teaching and the coaching and the mentoring of Mike and Johan, the joy of photography came back. It was no longer about the histogram. It's more about what the animal is doing and being in that animal's environment. And as I'm speaking right now, I'm hearing hyenas calling, which is so awesome.
Well, I don't even know where to start because, I mean, the wildlife and everything is so amazing in the Serengeti, and the sights that we've seen are wonderful. But really what I want to talk about is my second Wild Eye safari. The first one I did to the Mara, and it was just as amazing, but I only was equipped with my phone to take pictures, and I was so inspired by everybody that I decided to buy camera gear. So it was my first time. I was super intimidated to even bring my camera and my lenses, but what a ride it's been. Mike and Johan are just amazing teachers. I mean, they're so knowledgeable and also very patient. It doesn't matter how many times I ask the same question, and still do. And I look at the pictures and I think like, wow, I did those photos? I can't even believe it. It's just amazing. And just the whole group of people getting together. I came with a girlfriend. I didn't know anybody else in the group. And it's just you make new friends, and I feel like you make new friends for life. You know, you just like everybody has something in common, and we all share, and everybody is very humble about what they do, and especially the Wild Eye people are very, very humble, and that's really important to me.
I think a lot of what I enjoy so much about the Wild Eye trips is the camaraderie. We've talked about that a lot as a group, that we feel like we can talk about like-minded kind of things. We all like photography, we all like wildlife, we all like going on these trips, and it seems like you're boasting about different trips. So it makes it a lot of fun that we can just sit and talk with each other and have a good time. There's so many things that were memorable about this trip. And you look back through the photos and it's hard to pick out any one that was really great or particularly memorable, but there were a bunch of them on this one. We had great shots of lions, great shots of cheetahs. We had more serval than I've ever seen in my life. It's just been a really amazing trip. I would give you a couple words of advice. I would say get ready for, work out before you come, because you're going to be doing a lot of this, and you're going to be doing a lot of this, quite possibly anyways. You're going to be doing a lot of this, so you need to do your exercises, work your abs, because you're going to be laughing a lot, and start doing squats, because you're going to be picking a lot of flowers. So this is my second safari with Wild Eye. My first one was in the Mara, and private after that in Amboseli, and that was meant to be a bucket list item, once and done. However, I think I am now a bit of an addict and fell in love with the Wild Eye team, with Africa, with photographing wildlife, and so here I am now in the Serengeti after about 14 days of what was promised to be lions, all kinds of cats actually. And when I had asked the wildlife folks, what would you recommend after going to the Mara and Amboseli, And the response was, well, what do you want to see? And I said, I love cats. And they said, well, Serengeti will provide that. And it most certainly did. All kinds of cats, multiple sightings of even the most elusive wild cat, the serval, the caracal, and so much more. I have actually, if you want to see, about 6 pages of all of the animals that we sighted over the last 14 days. And the Wild Eye guides were enormously helpful in making sure that I got the right shot, in helping me create new things that I never dreamed actually possible. And lastly, just being ultimately very, very supportive in what is frankly kind of a grueling trip. So for folks who are not keen to perhaps use outside quarters and or get up really early and stay up late every night, be outdoors for 12 to 13 hours, and do it for 14 days, then maybe this isn't for you. But if you want the most extraordinary sightings, Wild Eye team, logistics, guides, travel, and in the most stupendous and fantastic settings, then this is absolutely for you, and you will cherish it for the rest of your life.